Hello, my name is Murad Aminli. I'm a computer science student of 2021 year admission year. For the last 8 weeks, I've been passing my internship in IT department of UFAS, French Azerbaijan University. The internship had a duration of 8 weeks and 40 hours per week. And the purpose of me choosing this internship in particular was to gain experience with real world backend tools and web. Mainly, I was interested in trying my hand at databases and the RDBMS. Uh, so, at the workplace, I used several tools. I used Supabase for creating, handling, and modifying the database itself. It's an open source counterweight to Firebase. It's it's a spectacular tool. It provides UI interface. It provides you SQL editor. It provides you API endpoints, and it provides integration with other tools, which removes a great deal of friction in creating various projects. I also used Retool for UI and UI elements and front end. The best trait of Retool is that it saves the developer a lot of time and effort, while the structure it imposes on your front end and UI are rather rigid. They also save you a lot of micro decisions and time loss, and allow you to move faster. So I also used Express.js to create some handlers for REST API requests, and I tested these endpoints using CURL and Postman. These two are mostly the same, but Postman is just more nice. It lets you like click on buttons instead of typing letters. That's mostly it. It also provides a lot of other functionality, but I didn't get to the level where I would need it, like the high level functions. So during this project, I did use Express.js and CURL Postman, but mostly I spent my time on Supabase and Retool. So first, when I arrived at my workplace, they didn't allow me to engage with their production site production version right away. They first sat me down and tasked me to create a dummy version, a small version of this project myself, and break it in several ways and understand what not to do with the real project. So I built a relational database from scratch. I created functions for it. I created UI for it before I was allowed to touch production. And after that, my main task was creating new PostgreSQL functions for the product, and connecting them to the existing Retool front end, or creating new UI elements for them. So the database itself had lots of tables, really a big number of tables. The ones listed on the left are students, teachers, courses, assignments, and etc. Are like not all of them, and these are only the basic ones. Let's say the biggest portion of the tables in the database were junction tables, because this system had lots of many-to-many relations: students, teachers, students, courses, student assignments, students, grades, students, groups, and then teachers' courses, teachers' assignments, and so on. So I also how to say I used migrations to modify the database, because like with, they store the history of your actions, and they can be rolled back at any moment. I introduced myself and learned lots of new concepts about databases, which are primary keys, foreign keys, triggers, also the sequences, the tables that you use only for complex sequences, the fact that you can create queries inside queries, and like so on. And the functions that are created for the database, there are lots of them, about around 37, I think. They mainly were used for inserting data into the database, fetching data from the database, editing, and deleting. I also have created some aggregate functions, which fetched not the concrete data, but the average, the top student, the highest average between groups, and so on. And when it comes to retooling interfaces, I created, I worked on 6 pages total. In the first, there was a table that was supposed to list students, and they needed to be able to be filtered using other UI elements. So my task was linking these UI elements to the database, and requesting data with different filters based on the chosen and picked filters. The second page was just a page where you could download the table as a CSV, edit it locally, and upload it back and apply the changes. It was for convenience of professors mainly. And the rest of the pages, to add a new student, to register into the database, but it was mostly redundant because the students aren't registered one by one most of the time. It's a rare use case. And the fourth is assign students to groups. That one was used only as a trigger because, again, it's a bulk operation. You don't do it manually one at a time. Reassigning courses, it was an operation between several multi-select tables. So to rapidly toss around dozens of students. And migrate old courses was I didn't get to complete this one during my internship, but it was a long stepped container that helped you take the data from the older courses, older years, and translate them into newer years without copying everything by hand. So one of the examples I mentioned before was CSV download upload tool. As I said, it was mainly for convenience of the professors, because not all of them can use web as comfortably, especially when UI can seem arbitrary. They are much more used to having .xlsx files or CSV files. So my task was sending the request through retool to Supabase, and sending the .csv file back to retool, then letting the user download it. And on upload, I had to do the same operation, but in the backwards order. And edge functions, I created a few edge functions. The thing is, our project is mostly local, so we don't have overseas partners or long distance clients. So these edge functions weren't really useful. I guess my superiors were nice and tasked me with this so I could learn how to make them. Okay, listing all the skills I gained, it was working with PLPG SQL as a language on higher level than I ever had. Working with Retool, I had no idea Retool existed at all, and now I can basically create smaller medium websites with it. Also, RESTful APIs. How do you create endpoints? How do you handle them? What's the difference between what's the purpose, let's say, of head request? What's the difference between several different kinds of requests? And async logic is purely a JS mechanic that I didn't understand fully before, and now I get what it is. Project structuring and debugging, meaning I learned how to make decisions that you want to regret later, how to debug, how to look for the issues, and so on. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for your attention. I wish you good luck.